well. So, guess it's been a little while. I tried to upload something yesterday, but YouTube decided to crash on me. So I had surgery, April, oh God, my nails are disgusting. I had surgery April 9th, and I've kind of been stuck in the house. I burst my stitches about a week ago. In fact, exactly a week ago. It wasn't so much burst my stitches as I sent a photograph of my wound to the nurse and mentioned that my back was leaking. So they sent me to the ER. Turns out that I burst my stitches, did too much, and they re-sewed me up with real stitches, which I currently have in my back. I'm actually finally, after 3 weeks, getting to get out the house and drive today. And I'm quite looking forward to it because prior to this surgery, driving was extremely painful. Like my right leg really, it was not fun. I would have to sit and drive and I'd either be crying in tears or I'd have my hand pressed deep into like my leg so that I could move it, like put pressure on the bad points to try and, you know, get the blood flowing. So to not have that leg pain is a godsend. It is life-changing. I took so long to do this surgery because I was so freaked out and I've had so many complications and so many issues and like almost growing a unibrow from this recovery. It's such a delight. Oh my God, I need to groom so badly. Apologies for the outfits. I'm in bed and a little chilly and my hair's a disaster, so we're just hiding that. Anyway, where were we? So yeah, it's been an interesting few weeks, stuck in bed, stuck at home. I was originally out walking about, but again, the new stitch situation kind of put the kibosh on that. So I've been walking around the house, just trying to keep, you know, the movement going and get out of the boredom. I think I've done, I'm finished Netflix. I finished Hulu. There's nothing more to watch. I need to get out of this house. And thank God today I have a doctor's appointment. So I'm going to get myself in the car. I'm going to drive myself all the way to Inglewood from Teaneck. So I'll be in the car for about all of 5-6 minutes possibly. Go to my doctor's in Teaneck and they happen to be right opposite Ice Cream on Grant. So it's not like I'm going out of my way. It's on the way back. So yeah, so I'm thinking about that. However, yesterday I was scrolling through my Instagram because I've really got nothing else to do these days, and scrolling through Instagram definitely does absorb some time. And anyway, so, and also I'm one of these people, I know everybody goes about, oh, social media can make you depressed and you see how wonderful other people's lives are, but instead, why don't you just read the message a person is giving instead of saying, oh, I'm so jealous of their lives are so lovely. Like, they're giving you a snapshot into that moment. That's why I like to occasionally have, you know, the crappy stuff. It's not always all good. Believe you me, it's not always all good. This is a snapshot into a person's life. You need to show the ugly with the good. And I think that's what people are starting to, I think, do now, is be more aware of the fact that it's not all glossy staged photographs. Sometimes you've got the full unibrow, the scratching from the post-herpetic neuralgia, because now that pain's coming through because the back pain's gone, which bizarrely is a good thing. Oh my God, my eyebrows are an absolute disaster zone. They have not been dealt with in, I can't even tell you how long, and I can't pluck them. The reason I can't do them myself is I don't see out of this eye. There's no clarity at all. It used to be just a white cloud. Now it's just blurred. Because when I had my cornea transplant, oh yes, I burst my stitches. I'm really not good at this recovery thing. Because when you've got 4 kids, it's really hard to just sit still. And when I did my eye, my kids were little. And when you've got 4 children, how old were they? They were like 38 months apart. And I think at that point, how old were the twins? The twins were 1. So I had like 2 1-year-olds, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. Yeah, the whole concept of take it easy, not going to happen. So anyway, so that I recovered badly. It's also the reason, by the way, I wear sunglasses a lot, because when I first had the surgery, I had to wear I wore glasses. I've worn because I'm short-sighted. But when they did the eye, It had to be protected, so I had the sunglasses on, and it turns out that it created a huge light sensitivity. So when I go out, this eye would just start pouring water uncontrollably. So I wore the sunglasses, it stopped the water. The sun just affected it when the water happens. And so do you know what? I feel like that Sports Illustrated girl. You know, the new, the modest Sports Illustrated photo shoot. Did you see that? Yeah, I think I've got it. I've got the look going quite nicely here. Yeah, what do we think? Shall I stick with this look? One of the reasons, the hair. Oh my God, I haven't washed my hair since April 8th. It is now April 30th. Yeah, it's April 30th today. It's not yet May. And so, yeah, it's a disaster. I mean, I don't care that the grey's coming through. Finally, the grey's coming through. The pink is kind of fading out, but we'll do a quick re-dye before the summer, and then we usually just let it go through the summer because we're in the water a lot and there's no point completely re-dyeing it all the time. However, I am thinking that by August, I'm going to do a full bleaching, and we might go full pink, maybe. I don't know. What do we think? Should I go full pink for the winter? With them dark roots showing and then the pink. Let's take a vote on that. You guys can decide. Should I go full pink? Put that in the comments. If anybody comments, that would be lovely. I would appreciate that very nicely. I'm going to put this up on my Facebook, so you can comment on that as well. But yeah, I would be curious to know, should I go full pink? Not with the eyebrows. I'm not dyeing my eyebrows pink. Anyway, so where were we? Oh yes, the postherpetic neuralgia, the eyes, right. So the shingles that cause the eye situation, then I have what's called postherpetic neuralgia. So all on my forehead, the nerves are messed up. And this is how I know the surgery has worked, because the postherpetic neuralgia, the pain of that is back. Now that pain I can take, it's like a burnt nerve ending. Sometimes it gets really itchy and I scratch, and as you can see, I scratch too much and you break the skin. So you try not to. But to me, that was kind of the sign that the surgery has actually worked, because of the simple fact that what I'd been going through before was so painful that didn't feel it. And I would sit down Friday nights. Every night, Friday night, I would sit down to dinner, and my hammer goes straight to my forehead. And yeah, stop scratching, stop scratching. But to me right now, that's a good sign, although we'll deal with that as and when. Anyway, so this back surgery has definitely worked. The healing process, not so great, but we'll get there in the end. And as I said, I've got ice cream on Grand to look for. I mean, the doctors to look forward to today. Get to go and drive, and if I can drive, it just means that I'm mobile. I still have to be really, really careful because I've already opened the wound once. Let's not do it again. Yeah, that was scary. So, oh yeah, I was saying, so I sent the photo to the lady, to the nurse practitioner lady, and she said, of my 2-week wound check. And I said, oh yeah, and it looks like my back's leaking. I don't know what's going on, but there's definitely some fluids coming out. So I took photographs of the fluid stains and whatever. And the next thing I know, they're sending me off to the emergency room. Now, can I tell you something? I went to the emergency room at the Allen Pavilion. The only reason I went over there instead of going to my local one 3 blocks away is because that's where the surgeon was, and that's where they did my surgery. And it's the only reason I went. Oh my God. Never, ever complain about the emergency rooms in Bergen County, at Hackensack or at Holy Name. What I experienced there. I mean, they talk about people in the hallways on gurneys. Unbelievable. It was just a complete shit show. It's the only way to describe it, is a shit show, and it gets better. Then they had to stitch me up. So they give me the anaesthetic in my back. First of all, they kept me waiting 5 hours with a leaky back. Don't eat anything in case we have to open you up. Bear in mind it's Pesach, so you can't eat anything out of the vending machine afterwards. I brought sandwiches with me, but by the time he was on, I was screaming in pain and ready to go home. So that didn't happen. Anyway, yeah. So the orthopaedists come down. I mean, listen, cute pair of boys. So that at least gave you some nice scenery. However, they said, no, we're gonna stitch it back up again and seal you up. So that's what they did. However, I have this thing that I'm very, very, very resistant to anaesthetic. somehow or other, just I don't know, it just is that way. When they do my teeth, they have to give me extra shots. When I was younger, I hope my freckles. How have I got freckles when I'm like sitting in the house? Anyway, but I digress. Anyway, so they had so I have a resistance to anaesthetic, so they shoot my back up. And they're putting injections in my back, and all I can feel is the needle going in my back, and in my back, and in my back, and in my back, and more needles in my back. And I'm like, okay, I hope you gave me a lot. Anyway, then they go to start stitching. They leave it a minute, and then they're, does this hurt? Does this hurt? No, it's okay, it's okay. And then they start to stitch. And stitch. And then I start to scream. I think I said things like, holy motherfucker, I want to get off this ride. I don't like this Holomoa trip. I'm not coming back to this adventure ground again. This is not what... I lost my shit in there. And they were like, do you want us to give you more anaesthetic? I said, listen, you're going to stick a whole nother bunch of needles in me to put more needles in me. I said, do me a favour, just finish the job. Yeah, didn't realise they were going to finish the job. Like, it was a good few more stitches after that one to go. So anyway, that was fun. Not. And then we of course had to wait to get discharged, and I have no patience for that shit, so I basically started to leave myself, at which point the discharge nurse appeared. When they discharged me from my surgery, I started pulling all the stuff out, and I very nearly pulled out my IV, which is when they came and got it out of me, because it seems, I mean, I know hospitals backlog whatever, but there comes a point and it's like, get me the fuck out of here. I'm done. I need to get out of here. And I had lost the plot by then. My level of tolerance of people of anything was gone. And God bless my friend Stephanie, who stayed with me the entire time on uncomfortable chairs. She was going to stand in the when they finally took me through into the curtains area. She was going to stand, but thank God we got her chair. And like, oh my God, she did the full glare on the nurse. Like, are you going to discharge her yet? Are you going to do anything? So yes, she was an absolute godsend. So I have to say thank you to her. I have to also thank my kids. They've been amazing. They've been so good with looking after me. And you know, last night my daughter gets home from school, and I'm like, I could really do with a cream cheese frosted cupcake. And boom, there was a cream cheese frosted cupcake, and a few more after that. Anyway, this has just been a little few 12, 10, 15, whatever minutes of me babbling on. With any luck, this will actually upload today. And that's just a little catch up and a little bit of what's been going on. So long as I am clear today, oh my God, please, please allow me to keep driving. Don't let me be under house arrest. The problem is the lifting, because once I leave, then I start running errands, and then you have to be careful. So this is part of the whole healing process, is that my nails are really bad. This is the whole part of the healing process. Anyway, I'm going to go jump in a bath now. Still can't wash my back, so I have to have a forward facing bath. It's the most insane thing. Thank God, as I said, there was I think this is my problem main, but I went to camp as a child, and we didn't go to camp the way the Americans go to camp. We go to camp in a tent under canvas. And so you don't get to wash all the time. So you learn to top and tail it. And brownie cam, we'll talk about that another time. Or just go check out my Insta story from yesterday. It might still be up. If not, I'm going to probably try and put it on my highlights. Anyway, I hope you liked this little babbling on. If you just of what's going on. This was my intention to do this during recovery. Unfortunately, events took over. I am off the painkillers. Oh my God. Reminded me again why I don't want to get back on them, because God, it's horrible coming off them, but I needed to. So I'm off the painkillers. The only medication I'm taking right now is the antibiotic and Tylenol. So the antibiotic, I think, thank God, finishes today. It still makes me nauseous, but they said it was better to take the antibiotic and deal with that than I have a sensitivity, allergies, whatever, and I got a very strong feeling that they're going to have a real problem finding more antibiotics for me. But this is because it's the one that goes in the bones as opposed to the viral or whatever, like penicillin and... Oh, it's to do with... Oh, I can't even... Anyway, doctors very soon. I'm going to start getting ready. I get to leave the house. I'm so happy. And yeah, so just babbled on for the last 15 minutes, and I hope I entertained someone, or at least imparted some good information. And I might even do a quick reattachment of the balls. We'll see. Probably not today, though. Anyway, have a good one and have a good Tuesday. Bye, guys.